This is a good one. This is probably a common one that most, if not all of you, will come across at some point. And it goes, where can I find a way to calculate how much I should have taken out of Social Security and taxes? I can find how to do it for W-2s, but nothing for Social Security. I've been searching off and on since last year. Thanks. Good question. So now, when you sign up for Social Security, you can have federal income tax withheld from it. You can't have state income tax withheld. It's simply not an option, but you can have federal income tax withheld. Specifically, there's 4 or 5 options. I think there's 7%, 10%, 12%, 22%. There might be a 15 and then 0. You can have nothing withheld. By default, you have nothing withheld. Like when you sign up for Social Security, they don't withhold anything. So unless you consciously opt into having federal tax withheld, you're going to get 0 withheld. So and there's a form W4V to do that. It's pretty easy to do. You have to fill it out and get it to your local Social Security office. You got to fax it there. You can mail it there, or you can bring it in person. Now, I haven't confirmed this, but someone recently told me in another Facebook group I was in that apparently you can just call up the Social Security Administration and say, hey, I want to withhold X% of tax from my Social Security, and they'll do it. They don't need the form. So I'm told. I never tried it, but someone said that. I don't know if it's accurate or not. It'd be great if it is, because that'd be really much more convenient than sending this goofy form in. But anyway, so the question is, how do you know how much tax, if any, to have withheld? That's hard, and it's a bigger question. It's beyond Social Security. I know she asked about Social Security, but it's beyond Social Security. Broader sense, like you have different sources of income in retirement. Social Security, maybe a pension, dividends and interest from bank accounts, brokerage accounts. If you have a rental property, you're going to get some income thrown off from that. How much tax are you supposed to have withheld? There's not an easy answer. I've discussed this in a few different venues in different ways before. But ultimately, it comes down to doing a mock tax projection or simulation, all of your various sources of income, model it in, load it in, see what your total taxable income is going to be, see what your total tax obligation is going to be, and then also account for any sources of tax withholdings you're already going to have. Like if you have a pension from which you're having taxes withheld, factor that in. So let's just assume you plug in all your sources of income, you plug in the pension with tax withholding you're going to have. You're going to have, let's say, $10,000 of total federal tax for the year. I'm just making up a number. And let's say you're going to have $5,000 withheld from your pension already. So you have another $5,000 you need to pay somehow. So if you're going to be getting Social Security, and let's assume your Social Security is, if I can make this math easy quick enough, going to be $50,000 a year. It's higher than most people will get by themselves, but let's just pretend $50,000 a year. So you can have 10% of that withheld. So it's going to be $5,000 of federal tax withholding on your Social Security. So add that now to the $5,000 you're going to get withheld from your pension, and boom, you now have $10,000 of total tax withholdings. That'll get you square for the year with taxes. So in that case, that's the analysis you'd have to do. Look at all your other income, all your other withholdings, if any, and then you can back into how much tax should I have withheld from my Social Security. So there's really no easy or cheat code way to do it. You do have to manually grind through an estimate or projection of all of your sources of income from the year, figure out what your total tax obligation is going to be, look at how much other taxes you are going to have withheld, if any, from other sources, or if you're going to be paying estimated payments, factor that in, and then what's left you would, in a perfect world, try to have withheld from your Social Security. Good question. Hopefully that helped. I will link to, there's something called Dinkytown. It's a free online, I think it's Excel-based calculator that someone maintains. You know, I can't confirm it's always accurate. Someone personally does it out of the goodness of his heart and he enjoys it. But in my experience, it's been really good, up to date, timely, and accurately maintained. So it's a good source to use to kick around basic income tax projections like this question: how much tax should I have withheld from Social Security? Good question. Thank you.